games to nothing to your home rink. So as we talked about before we went on the air, George, it's a crucial game for the Impact. Pretty much a must-win, I guess. And for the Growlers, an opportunity to really put their foot down here and take a stranglehold on the series.
Big news for the Impact. Star defenseman Ian Wall dislocated his shoulder. Right off the bat, went off Sims towards the goal. Ian Wall dislocated his shoulder late in that game Saturday and is not available. Big loss for the Impact. It's back towards the point. That'll come outside. Ward's going to have to hustle back into his own end. Moore up along the boards, gets it to Alex Kellaway, leading point getter for the Impact this season. Starting goaltenders, by the way, Adam Hedges, who was first star in that game on Friday night, that 4-0 loss, which the Impact were badly outshot. So he's back in goal again for the Traction Central Impact. Down at the other end will be number 1 Clay Ryan in goal for the Growlers. Dobbin able to hold it in. Party, he's checked right away. Kellaway has it back in the corner off the boards, almost gave it away. Russell in to get it, gives it back to Kellaway. Around the boards looking for Lambert. He'll be held in at the point, long shot in, wide of the goal. That'll go out of play into the Impact bench, and we'll get a face-off back in the Impact end.
Yeah, I see George early on, the Impact able to get some pressure there in the offensive zone. I'm sure that's what Coach Casey is wanting them to do in a big game like this. Get the legs moving. Unfortunately, they weren't able to come away with anything, but we got a face-off now deep in the Impact zone.
Face-off win for the Growlers. Devereaux unable to hold it in. Shoots it in deep. That shot down the ice, and that is likely going to be icing, and it is against the Impact.
That'll be icing, George. You mentioned Ian Wall, obviously a standout defenseman with the Impact all season long, so no doubt a big loss for the Impact, but it's the same story when you got one of your big guys out. Everybody else needs to step up, the next man up saying, and we'll see if that's what happens tonight.
Right on goal. A couple of saves made by Hedges. Good chance there for the Growlers early. Devereaux holds it in at the right point. Down into the corner, hopped over the stick of the forward, Kennedy. Michael Canning will backhand it in deep. Played out. Kearley's got it for the Growlers. Kearley heads up the left side. He's poke check. Kennedy following up on it. That's offside. Kearley just half a step in over the blue line ahead of the play.
Yeah, very close there at the blue line, and you can see the Impact having a little bit of trouble early in this game getting the puck out of their own end, George. I think it's very important for them to be able to get some good zone exits and move the puck up ice. The Growlers are very patient on their forecheck, good positioning as always, and if you're not on your toes, they will create turnovers.
Comes just inside the Impact blue line off the boards and played out to center. Chafe. Back to Dobbin. Up at center. Taken by Wright. Slides in towards goal, and Hedges will hold it. Won't take any chances. 17:23 left to go. First period. No score.
Hedges not taking any chances at all. You can't blame him, especially early in the game there. I guess the nerves are probably a bit high on both sides here. It is a big game in the finals, and it takes a little while to settle out.
Rung around the boards. Kosh gets it out over the blue line. Can't move any further with it. Brady War. War with a bit of room to go. War gets to the blue line, chips it in. He'll go in to chase now. He'll peel back. Thought about it. Growlers will bring it out. Tucker. That's intercepted. Off the boards, out it comes. Dobbin back at his own blue line. Lost his balance momentarily. Got back up just in time. Wright knocked it down, but Mulrooney has it. Quick outlet pass to Kellaway. Kellaway will tip it in. He'll go into forecheck against Hodder. Second man in there for the Impact. Sims. Back to Strickland. His shot. That floats wide of the goal. Mulrooney able to hold it in momentarily. Now here's a breakout for the Growlers. O'Brien. Pass was a little bit too far for him. Tracked it down. Threw it out in front. Big save by Hedges. Another big save. Adam Hedges being tested early. And they will need a big game from him. They'll need a big weekend from Adam Hedges. Strickland. His pass off the mark. Skinner keeps it in right on goal. Cleared away by Hedges up into the mesh. We'll get a whistle.
Once again, a little sloppy on the Impact's part, trying to get the puck out of the zone there, and I think they had to be sharper than that tonight to take this Growlers team, who make very little in the area of mistakes, that's for sure. You mentioned Hedges there. I mean, that's true to form. That big save coming across there then, and the second save really saving his team at that point there early in the game.
Yeah, shots on goal 4-0 for the Growlers early in this first period. Purdy trying to make something happen for the Impact. He's checked as he goes into the corner by Devereaux. Comes right out in front, rattles around, and the Growlers come away. Avery. Got Bolin with him. Bolin way in ahead of the play as the puck went off the skate of the Impact player.
Another offsides call, George, and 4-1 on the scoreboard now for shots. But when we look at the Impact, they certainly had some more zone play, and it's a good idea to get the puck to the net at any time and make sure you get it on there and not waste the opportunities.
Here's Devereaux. He'll shoot it in. Round the boards it goes. Over on the other side. It'll be picked up over there by Knight. Threw it in front. Impact get it and just clear it down the ice. And again, Impact forced to just ice it, and the faceoff will come back in their end.
Yeah, a few icings back and forth here have slowed down play here early in the game. I think, the first goal in this game, George, is an important one just from a confidence point of view for the Impact particularly, and the Growlers again wanting to get a stranglehold on this series.
Devereaux pokes it ahead, keeps it onside. Here's Knight with a chance. That was blocked by the defense. That was Joseph Verdi blocking that shot. Daw gave it away to Russell. He's ridden off the puck. Devereaux gets around the outside of Harnett and then loses it. Knight back towards his own blue line. Avery gets to center, shoots it in. Noah Harnett. Pass off the skate of his teammate Pinkson and shot in again by the Growlers. Hedges, a little trouble to play. Hedges gets knocked down. Play continues. War clears it in. Pinkson will get to it first for the Impact. Backhands it in behind the goal. On it, there's Finley Dobbin. Gave it away. Bounces around in front. Joey Green will hustle over there to try and hold it in. Kearley took him off the puck. Dobbin for the Growlers. Over to Chafe. Off a stick, down the ice, and this time it'll be icing against the Growlers.
Once again, icing against the Growlers coming back in their end. And the Impact again, George, with some traffic around the net there, just unable to get a handle on the puck. And you see their trouble getting out of their own zone in the neutral zone. Young War there, Brady War, came up across his own blue line. And instead of trying to make that pass up the middle, he used his legs, got over the red line and put it in, And when you're having some struggles here when it comes to passing the puck, you definitely want to keep it simple and get it into the offensive zone.
Strickland hopped over his stick. Pinsent back, covers up. Shot in. No icing.
Surprise?
Yeah, you're shrugging your shoulders as I was. Here's Kellaway. He'll gain the blue line. Threw it into the middle for Pinsent. Couldn't pull the trigger. Daw took it away from him. Good outlet pass. Right on to the stick of Tucker. Tucker in over the blue line. He's poke checked. Impact we're getting a change in. Right, plays it back to Daw, Mason Daw. Off the stick of Tucker. Tucker's in there. He's got it. Micah Tucker threw it in front. Impact player went down but manages to get the puck out. Nice play there by Verdi. Up through the middle, went past Pinson, but Purdy's got it. Purdy trying to cut in. Purdy knocked off a stick at the last second by Devereaux on a good defensive play. It will come the other way. Sexton shoots it in. Hedges out to play it around the boards. Growlers have it. Throw it right in. Front comes back towards the point. That came out over the blue line. Devereaux will pick it up back in his own end. Just over 12 minutes left to go here in the first period. No score. Growlers lead the series. There's a giveaway. Pinkston had a chance. I have to say the Growlers lead this series 2-0. Best of 7 championship. Shot, save made. First real good test there, handled by Clay Ryan.
Yeah, good chance there by Joey Green, who has scored some goals in this playoff as a D-man, George, as you know. And again, a good example of put it on the net, and there's some white jerseys in there, a good chance for rebounds or deflections. And anytime you get a chance to do that, it doesn't have to be the perfect shot.
Kept in. Green will shoot it just wide of the goal. Michael Canning on it. That hit the outside of the goal. Impact with a good shift here. Canning in looking for it. Pinkston picks it up. Pinkston went off a skate to the front of the goal, and Ryan's got it and holds on.
Yeah, Pinkston there came out around there, and I think the goalie was caught off guard there a little bit. And, of course, Canning on the other side there was almost the recipient of a gift early in the year, and it'll be a big face-off now just to the left of goaltender Clay Ryan.
Chafe played it ahead. O'Brien. Backhand save is made as Corbett was set up. Here's Corbett again. Diagonal pass right through the crease. Nobody could get a stick on it. Still rattling around. Finally the Impact get it. To the boards. Kept in. Dobbin walks the line. Good pass for Corbett. Corbett with a shot. Good block. That was Harnett up high, blocked that shot. Goes to the far corner. Impact on it first. Harnett is swinging a miss, couldn't get it out. Corbett's got it again. His shot again, it's blocked. Here's Chafe. Gets it down a little lower. And try and work the give and go out in front. Comes back to Chafe, some room. A shot. That may have hit Skinner in front. Dobbin able to hold it in. Finally, Impact able to get it out. That's not going to have enough for icing. Chafe will go back to get it. Long pass for Skinner. Don't think he touched it, so that'll be icing. And I don't think he could touch it. May have been too many men if he had touches. The Growlers were changing.
Yeah, they were on a change, George, and a good move on his part, to be honest, not to take that chance and touch that puck and take a penalty. No penalties, of course, yet in this game. Face off now back down in the Growlers zone. It'll once again be to the left, the goaltender Clay Ryan.
Rung around the boards. Avery through the middle to Corbett. Chipped in by Skinner. Now Skinner will head to the bench. That line wanted to get a change in before, but they couldn't with the icing. The no change icing rule this year. Strickland has it for the Impact, looking for Kellaway. Kellaway knocked it out of the air, but couldn't control it. Knight shoots it in. Knight's got it again along the boards, plays it back to the point. Long shot in, no traffic in front, so relatively easy save for Hedges.
Anytime Adam Hedges sees the puck like that, you're going to see him make the save. That was Nolan from the point on that one. Nolan Avery on the good work up front and able to get his buddy a shot there on net.
Hard off the boards, but kept in. That's deflected. They score.
tough goal there. Nothing at all that Adam Hedges could do on that one, of course. George, he had a good track on the puck, and just in the low slot area, it was deflected. And up in the top of the net it goes.
Okay.
Face-off so far, George, have been a...
This is not the goal, unfortunately. Sorry, folks.
Face-offs have been key here so far, and we're not privy to the stats on face-offs, but I can tell you that the Growlers have won the vast majority of face-offs, and again, in the offensive zone, they were able to win that one, led to a goal.
1-0. Growlers take the lead. Just over 10 minutes gone here in the opening period.
Yeah, just a tough goal again all around. I couldn't see who deflected it, George. It just seemed to hit someone in the low slot there. And up and over Adam Hedges. He was ready for that puck to come low left. And obviously difficulty having to make that adjustment. And we'll see a face-off now to Hedges left in the impact zone.
If we get an announcement on the goal, I wonder if it may have gone off the impact player. Noah Boland gets the goal for the Growlers.
Boland gets credit, but
giveaway in front. Impact get away with it. Locke has it off the boards. Comes out to center. Here's Devereaux. Up through the middle for Kennedy. He's poke check. Kosh comes back to get it, then gave it away at the blue line. And they'll get the return pass off the boards. Good Karam right on goal. Strickland just gets rid of it at center. Devereaux jumps on it there, hops in over the blue line. Devereaux with a shot off a stick, and that goes out of play.
yeah, George, I guess we'll have to wait to see the replay, but I agree with you. I did think it could potentially have went off a impact player. That goal by the Pinnacle Growlers was awarded to Noah Boland. So again, we'll have to take a look at that. But once again, George, you see the forecheck of the Growlers giving all kinds of trouble to the Impact as they've been sloppy in their own end thus far.
Face-off win for the Growlers. They'll put it in behind the goal. Comes over into the near corner. Strickland goes in there. Growlers come up with it. Fed across in front. That's picked off. Mulrooney looking for Pardy. Pardy backhands it in. Lambert in on the forecheck. Gets there first. Pardy in there in support. Go the other side. Mulrooney. Tyrell Mulrooney will play it back behind the goal. Pardy's going to try and chase it down along the boards. It'll come out. Strickland sends it back in. That's going to be offside, so no goal.
No goal, George. It took an awkward bounce there and did end up in the net, but clearly there were multiple players,
Yeah.
I believe, at Impact inside the zone, and that'll come back outside for a face-off. You know, early in the game, certainly the Growlers have had the upper hand here to play. I think the Impact really need to get back to basics and use their legs first. Start working hard, and I think the rest would fall into place.
Sexton stopped at center by Strickland. Pardy. Puts it in wide of the goal. It's going to take an awkward bounce over the top of the goal. Clay Ryan had to be careful. As it came off the glass, bounced right out in front of the goal. That goes up into the Growlers bench.
Yeah, very dangerous situation there as Party's shot went up over the net and back. It looked like it had an opportunity to go off the back or the helmet of goaltender Ryan there, but luckily for him and the Growlers, it did not. And the face-off now will come outside the zone once again. And you'll see the Pinsent line out here again for the Impact.
Kellaway plays it in. Daw back to get it. Mason Daw along the boards. Got it to Liam Hutter. Sims keeps it in. Doesn't get it deep though. O'Brien able to play it out. War picks it off. War, nice little move. Cuts between a couple of Growlers players. War over to Sims. He's stopped in the corner. Pinson comes up with the puck. Pinson having a look around. He'll come back to the point. Green with a shot off the stick. Doesn't get through. Growlers play it out. O'Brien will get onto it. O'Brien, that's onside. Right in front of the big save made by Hedges. Beautiful pass as he set up Corbett. Here's O'Brien. He's got Corbett again. Good job by Kellaway to get back and break that up. Pass for Pinkson off his stick. Pinkson and Devereaux going in there. Devereaux doing good work. Got the stick on it first to O'Brien. Out it comes. There's Mulrooney backhanding it in. Devereaux back to pick it up behind his goal. Gave it away to Pinkson. Puck comes to the boards. Skinner picks it up along the far boards for the Growlers. Good pass right on the tape for Devereaux. Devereaux in over the blue line. Snapshot, easy save for Hedges.
Yeah, it was Mark Corbett just a minute ago, George, as you noted, with a good opportunity to score. He skated hard all the way down the ice to make sure he stayed ahead, defenseman Joey Green. And a beautiful pass there to put on his stick, and Hedges once again had to make a big save. Face-off now will be to Hedges' left.
Another face-off win for the Growlers. Andy Knight with a shot that was blocked. Michael Canning jumps on it for the impact. Canning all alone on the rush here. Take it down into the corner, wait for some help. Back to Mulrooney. His shot, that was tipped by Pardy, went just wide. Bowen, long pass for Knight, just off of his stick. Hedges came out and played it. Zach Russell will leave it down in the corner for Mulrooney. He'll reverse it. Kosh, his pass picked off. Boland has it. So that was Locke's pass, number 7. Russell comes up with the loose puck. Russell in over the blue line. Russell, his shot. Ryan made the save. Rebound was there, cleared to the boards. Under 5 minutes to play here in the first period. 1-0 for the Pinnacle Growlers. Green hard off the boards. Growlers are changing, and I think they're going to get caught.
They're going to be called for too many men, by the looks of it,
Yep.
George. It was close there at the bench. Obviously, there was 2 players on the ice next to the open gate. I was trying to get a quick count there to see. I can't say for sure that I saw 6 men on the ice, but
Well, referee Rob Canning counted to 6 quickly.
clearly he did, and the Impact will go on the power play here. You know, the difference in this game so far, George, has definitely been the quality of passes on the Growler side. You saw Avery just a few minutes ago hit the screening forward there, going up the left wing. Beautiful pass to send him in. Now the Impact with a big chance to tie this game.
They need to take advantage of their chances. Green with a shot, rattles around in front. Party put it wide. Pinson back to Kellaway. Kellaway with a shot blocker save made by Ryan. We come back to Kellaway, over to Green. Green will shoot it. Hasn't seen a shot he didn't like.
Nah, he could shoot it too.
Yep. Joey Green out of Bishop's Falls. Sims, smooth skating. Ethan Sims. Back to Green. Green with another shot. Ryan saw that one all the way. Doesn't give up a rebound.
Yeah, Green with 3 opportunities here on this power play. You can see the difference in the 3 shots, though, George. The first one, a perfect power play shot just on the ice or a little off, and great opportunity for a deflection or to get in front of that goaltender. The second one, what you don't want to see on the power play, up and over the net and into the glass area, and the third one was in the breadbasket, and Ryan was able to hold on.
The Impact changed up their power play unit. 5 new players out on the ice. Come back to Brady War. Doesn't shoot it. Turns. Plays it down into the corner. Lambert in there looking for it. Coming up with it, though, was Sexton. Up along the boards they go, and Sexton manages to get it out. War moves it ahead to Lambert. Lambert will shoot it in. Growlers come up with it. They've got some time. War able to hold it in. Does a good job. Gets it down low. Lambert along the boards. There's a look around, back to War. Shot it, hit Lambert in front. His turnaround went off a leg. Back at the point, Mulrooney keeps it in. Now it'll come out. Here's Sexton. He'll send it down deep. Just 15 seconds left to go in the power play. Been a decent one for the Impact, but no goals. They still trail 1-0. That's broken up, and that will pretty much do it. Just 5 seconds to go. Turnover, wraparound attempt.
And that's in, George. Yeah, I thought it was. I was waiting for a reaction there. Didn't see it. Again, a little bit of sloppy play there on the Impact's part, back in their own zone, and Hedges was out of his net to play the puck, tried to get back in, and
I'm not sure what's happening with our replays. Again, Barry, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
I joke with you, George. We always had technical difficulty when I was around, so perhaps I brought it back again. But that was a tough one there to give up. Obviously, late in the power play, still 3 seconds left, but, you know, a good wraparound attempt. I didn't see the goal scorer. I'm going to have to wait for the announcement to see who put that puck in, but a big goal by the Growlers here late in the first period.
Yeah, right at the end of that, what was a pretty decent power play by the Impact. Elliot Wright gets the goal unassisted. And right at the end of the penalty. So a big hole early for the home team. They trail the series 2-0, and now they trail game 3 2-0. Hodder sends it in from his own side of the red line, so it'll be an icing goal against the Growlers.
Yeah, good work by Elliot Wright on that shorthanded goal. He was able to get in there and get a handle on the puck and beat Hedges to that side. It was close, George. It looked like it might have went off Hedges' pad into the net, but good effort by Wright. And once again, the Impact were victim of a little sloppy play. 2 minutes to go now in the first period, 2-0 Growlers.
Not the start the home side wanted for sure. Kellaway to try and get to it in the corner. He and Dobbin go to the boards. Right in there, fishes it out, gets it to the other side. Tucker on it first. Sims pins him to the boards. Comes back to the point. Mulrooney with a shot. It's deflected, and a great save made by Ryan. What a reaction save. He got the blocker up as that puck was deflected. That's his best of the game. Off the boards, nobody back at the point for the Impact. Mulrooney will go back to get it. Won't be enough for icing. Growlers get a change in. Here's Kellaway with Pinson. Kellaway with a shot that goes wide. Mulrooney able to just hold it in. Vardy missed it. Trying to recover it. Corbett getting in there. Going to be a penalty coming up against Vardy with 1 minute to go here in the first period. Hooking. Referee Danielle Mills with the call.
Tough penalty to take late in the period, George. It was a bouncing puck, and again, just not real sharp on the defenseman's part there, and you could see it coming. Corbett got in behind there and had a great opportunity to make this a 3-0 game. Yeah. Vardy goes to the penalty box, and we'll see the Growlers now looking to really take a strong lead early in this game.
Yeah, tough one for Vardy. He was caught as the puck was bouncing. Corbett tried to shoot it. Got hit at the last second by Lambert. The puck just slides into Hedges. But I was saying, Vardy, the puck was bouncing. He tried to knock it out of the air. Was kind of standing flat-footed. When he didn't make contact, the Growlers player was off and didn't have much choice but to put the hook on him.
No, absolutely, George. The Impact would be served well by getting their feet going first.
Right in front, Devereaux scores!
No mistake there by Devereaux. Took his time, managed to get the puck on the tip of his blade there, and just a beautiful shot up and over the glove of Adam Hedges.
And this one we do have the replay. We're back.
Boy, oh boy, what a disappointing first period for the home team in a game that really they have to win to get back in this series, and now they find themselves in a huge hole, down 3-0. And the Growlers didn't take too long to take advantage of that power play.
13.5 seconds into the power play they scored, and Devereaux left all alone in front. Hedges with no chance. Block. In over the blue line. That shot goes in wide. Go back to that save made by Ryan a minute ago.
Great save.
Instead of 2-1, it's 3-0. That's tipped in. Mulrooney going back to get it. It's to Canning. Canning gets it out. Just 10 seconds to go now here in the opening period.
Once again,
whoops.
the Growlers looking for that long pass, and George obviously...
Yeah, they're going to overrule that. They called it icing.
Right.
That's under the old rules, that would have been icing, but the Growlers player was in there well ahead of the Impact guys, so it should have been waved off. They're going to bring the face-off to center.
Yeah, definitely, and may have caused him to miss on a scoring opportunity as well, as he had some room there to get the puck to the net, but nonetheless the face-off will come back to center ice, and the Growlers are asking why the face-off is not inside the zone, and it's a valid question. I don't know. I guess the rule calls for, on the overrule, that it would go to center.
Yep, that's by rule. And you see Trevor Budgell, head coach of the Growlers, when the referee came over, he put up both hands and kind of went, yeah, that's good. We got it.
Yeah, it's good to see Trevor Budgell over there, George. Seems like eons ago that Trevor and I grew up here in the central area together, and Trevor's been coaching some high-level hockey now for a good while, and a great coach he is and a great individual, and it's good to see him still excelling in that role. But George, you mentioned that save there by Ryan. You got the deflection there. It was a beautiful save, a good reaction by Ryan to make that save. If it's 2-1, it's likely that the Impact don't take that penalty, and you're in a 2-1 game now at the end of first period. Instead, because of that save, as you said, they were able to push the puck up ice, take advantage of the power play, and here we are down 3-0. But George, like, one thing I noticed this period is the lack of physicality.
Yeah, there hasn't been much in the way of hitting at all.
There hasn't been much at all, and you would think specifically for the Impact that they would be coming out now and throwing their weight around to try to disrupt the Growlers. But Ian Wall, of course, is a big loss in that department. Ian is a big physical defenseman and obviously sets the tone in a lot of games, but that was noticeably absent. And also we saw, again, I don't think that the Impact really got their feet going for what the magnitude of this game is. The importance of the game is crucial for their season, and it just didn't seem like they all had their legs going. I'm sure Coach Casey is going to be having a lot to say there in the first intermission to his team, because you got to get those legs going. You got to beat to the puck. You can't have these fly balls. So you have to get your stick in there and get engaged and get possession, and we didn't see much of that in that period.
They had maybe 2, possibly 3 shifts, the Impact did, in that period, where they got in on the forecheck and created a turnover and created a scoring chance, but that's not nearly enough. Find themselves down 3-0. Shots on goal after the first period, 14-7, favoring the Growlers. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with period number 2, game number 3 of the Newfoundland Labrador Under-18 Major Hockey League Championship Series between the Growlers and the Impact. Back in a few minutes. Okay, so the teams are back out on the ice for the start of the second period. It was a good one for the defending champion Pinnacle Growlers. They lead this one 3-0 after the opening 20 minutes.
Yeah, if you're a Growlers fan, you're happy after that period. They played a solid period of hockey, took advantage of their chances, and moved the puck really well. And obviously, they've been successful on the forecheck as well. For the Impact, well, down 3-0, 2-0 in the series, George. You'd expect them to come out with everything they have in this second period.
Well, they better throw everything at them now. They don't want to fall down 3-0 in this series against what is obviously a very good Pinnacle Growlers team. Pinsent back in his own end, off the boards, looking for Mulrooney. Sims with it. Sims, need to get him going. Here's Sims getting around the outside. A shot. Ryan makes the save. The rebound was there. Cleared to the corner. Impact swept the East Coast Blizzard in their semifinal. Ethan Sims with 4 goals in that opening game to set the tone. Kind of quiet here tonight. One off a skate. Comes out in front, Impact are on it, and
they're going to get a penalty there. Looks like it's going to be a slash, I believe, George. Hook to Pinsent. He's going to get 2 early in this second period.
Ouch.
And you mentioned Sims there, George, and Sims was fantastic in that semifinal series and scored several more goals, I think, after that. But he is a smooth skater, and you can see there just a low, what looked to be a harmless shot on net, but the rebound was there. You got to get in there following up on those and take advantage.
Yeah, he had, I wish my memory was better, 7 or 8 goals in that 4-game series. Nice save there by Hedges. Quick shot from the point by Devereaux. There's Dobbin to Knight. We'll give it back to Dobbin. Watch out for Devereaux over there. He gets it. Steps in, shot saved by Hedges. Good job to control the rebound.
Yeah, George, as you know, I haven't been following the AAA all season long closely, but from afar I always do and watch a few games, and certainly since the playoffs have come on, I've watched some more, and Devereaux is a very impressive player. He's good with the puck, and boy, he can snipe.
And he'll hold it in over at the right point. Center it. Get it down low. They'll come back up high to Dobbin into the slot area off the skate of Boland. Russell on it. Devereaux knocks that down. Good patience. Looking for Boland. Hopped over his stick. Avery in there to help out. Russell has it. Working it along the boards for the Impact. Joey Green off the boards. Can't get it out. Kept in. They'll come back to Dobbin. That pass is picked off, but again it'll be kept in by the Growlers. Devereaux over at the far side. Shot hit the outside of the goal. Avery backhanded it in front. Devereaux's got it again. He's poke checked. This time it'll come out. 50 seconds to go in the man advantage for the Growlers. War trying to bust in. Knocked off his stick at the last second by Mason Dobb. Brady Ward's had a pretty good game for the Impact.
Yeah, he's one of the players that certainly has been moving their feet. You're going to get another penalty here, George. It's a tripping call. Have to wait to see who's going to the box. It is the Growlers. And it'll be number 18.
Nolan Avery.
So we will see some 4-on-4 play here for 32 seconds. The penalty to Pinsent will be over at that time, and the Impact will go to the power play. But right now, some 4-on-4.
Sims gets it back to the point. Mulrooney with his shot. Ryan made the save. Rebound gobbled up by the Growlers. Skinner to Corbett. Gets around the outside of Green, who tried to put the hip check on him. Puck bounces out in front. Kellaway's on it. Quickly ahead to Sims. Sims around the outside, working against Hodder. Tried to get it to Kellaway. Here's a giveaway. Green with a chance in front. Green with a shot. Didn't get through to the goal. Hit somebody in front. Flipped up high in the air. Skinner. Impact now on the power play for the next minute, 22 seconds. Sims. Snapshot blocked. Good job by Hodder to block that. And now Hodder's got it, plays it around the boards. Mulrooney able to get there first. Daw can't get it out. Now jumping on it are the Growlers. Send it down the ice. That was Kennedy. Just under a minute to go now in the power play. Impact really need to make something happen in a hurry, and we're going to get too many men. They made something happen, all right. Send another player to the penalty box. Not what they needed, obviously.
Wow, the timing is bad for that one. Again, I looking and couldn't see myself the number of players on, but clearly the officials are taking a closer look than I am at that. But George, you see the impact there on that power play with perhaps what was their best chance so far this game. Joey Green, the puck seemed to squirt out into the slot area there, right on his stick. He was able to move in and get a good shot away with some traffic in front, but it did stay out of the net. So now we have the Impact back in the box. We're waiting for the penalty to come up on the board. It does now. And it'll be number 27 going to serve this one, Carter Lambert. We'll see some 4-on-4 here again.
Yeah, we go back 4-on-4. 52 seconds left to go in the penalty to the Growlers. When you're trying to get back in the game, you've got a power play to take too many men on the ice. That's a tough one to swallow. Michael Canning working against two Growlers players. Canning doing good work, throws it over to the other side. So Strickland didn't handle that cleanly, takes it down in a little bit deeper. Pinsent having a look around, off the boards, back at the point for War. We go to Strickland. Strickland with a shot, knocked down by Ryan. Pinsent push to the boards. And that's going to be another penalty. I don't think you like that one, Barry.
No, I don't like that one, George, at all. I didn't think there was much to it. It looked to be from the side there and just tipped the man over. Certainly no attempt there to injure or anything like that around the boards, and what I would call a soft call, but I tend to...
there was a bit of scuffle afterwards.
They did
Dobbin came in to help out.
They did even it up. Yeah, Dobbin came in and did what you don't want to do as a player with his team looking at a power play, and in this case would have been a short 5-on-3 once the penalty expires to the first Growlers penalty. But first time we saw some puck control in the offensive zone for the Impact in this game.
So we get the initial penalty to the Impact, and then on the retribution, we get, I suspect, a roughing call against the Growlers. And so we stay 4-on-4. Well, now the penalty to the Growlers is over, so they are on the power play for another minute.
Offsetting penalty, Growlers and Impact. Growlers penalty, number 26, Quickly Dobbin. 2 for roughing. And for the Impact, number 18, Michael Canning. 2 for 4.
There's a chance for Russell shorthanded. Russell breaking in. Russell backhand. Save made. He went to his backhand. I think Ryan got a piece of it.
Yeah, good try there by Zach Russell. Very patient trying to get around the goalie and just couldn't put it home.
That would have been a big one, a shorthanded one. But again, would have been, could have been, wasn't. Party will backhand it out. 20 seconds to go in the man advantage. We've had a flurry of penalties here in this second period. That shot back in. 10 seconds to go. Boland. Nice job by Pinsent to step up and deflect that one down into the Growlers' end. Penalty now to the Impact is over. We are 5-on-5 again. Growler player went down. Growlers come up with the puck, get it in over the Impact blue line, drop it back for Knight. Andy Knight back around behind the boards for Avery, back at the point. Daw, his wrist shot, easy blocker save made by Hedges. Racing after it is Kellaway. Kellaway gets away a good shot, and a save again made by Ryan. Impact have had their chances.
Well, you see certainly more pep in their step in the last few minutes, George, and that has made a difference.
Yeah, Ryan's been good when he's had to be. Shots on goal, only 17-13, favoring the Growlers. All the scoring coming in the first period of this one. Boland tried to beat 3 players at the blue line. That seldom is successful. Joey Green went off a stick, goes over to the far boards. Lock on it first for the Impact, gets rid of it. Daw. Green was hustling back into his own end, but it's going to be called icing before either player could get to it. 13-10 to go, second period. Still 3-0, Pinnacle Growlers over the Traction Central Impact.
Definitely a different Impact team in the past few minutes, though, George. And you see a couple of occasions they got good offensive chances on picking off that pass across the blue line there. The Growlers not being as careful as they should be, but those are a product of one thing, George, and that's hard work, and that's the skates are moving, and that's what caused those turnovers.
All right, Strickland sends it down in deep. Party waiting for it back there. Taken to the boards by Dahl. Kept in. Here's Party. Sharp angle. Oh, they're saying no, it came out.
I'm going to question that one again, George. I love questioning the officials.
Well, you haven't done a game in a while, so you got to get them all in now.
A lot to make up for, yeah. But it was close at the line there, and
yeah.
Again, face off now just outside the Growler zone. We're back to full strength hockey now. 12:55 left to go in the second.
Kosh got to the puck, shot it in. Sexton, he'll get it out. Racing onto it is Wright. Tucker heading for the front of the goal. Nice play by Brady Ward. Intercept that pass. Ward goes down, a wraparound attempt. Stopped by Hedges. Tucker from the boards. It's deflected, goes well wide. Wright on it first. Ward was on him. A couple of Impact players in there. War reaching for it. Gets it ahead. And Kosh tried to backhand it in. Didn't get it deep. Party in there now to forecheck. Hodder around the boards. Sexton. Hughes. Haven't seen a lot of him in this game. The defenseman for the Impact, number 5. Out there now. Strickland has it. Whoa, a giveaway there. Chance right in front, all alone. Corbett backhand, put it wide. But,
he almost had too much time on that one, I think, George.
Yeah, he didn't expect to find himself all alone in front of the goaltender with nobody within about 20 feet of him. O'Brien knocked that down. Another giveaway inside the blue line. This one will come out. Skinner chips it in. Strickland, Corbett go down into the corner. O'Brien looking for it for the Growlers. Hughes is in there for the Impact, as is Russell. Hughes comes away with it. Hughes having a look around, tried to go cross ice. Didn't get through, but picked up by Russell. Russell will shoot it in and head to the bench. Impact getting a change in. Growlers move it ahead. Here's Corbett. Corbett, backhand. That went wide of the goal. Skinner had his stick checked at the last second. Kellaway. Getting back to break that up was Dobbin on a good back check. Impact stay with it. Here's Kellaway. To the side of the goal. Kicked away by Ryan. And out it'll come. Vardy's going to have to hustle back. O'Brien trying to track him down. Zipped up to Sims. Sims through the middle to Kellaway. Tried to give it back to Sims. A little bit too far for him. Mulrooney plays it in. It'll come out. Mulrooney's got it again, and once again he'll shoot it in. Ryan Dahl. Mulrooney off the boards. Kirlian looking for it. Backhand. Hedges has got it and holds on.
Just able to squeeze that shot from Hussey. backhand always dangerous there. Looked like he had a little bit of room trying to hit it, but Hedges able to keep it out. Corbett with a couple of great chances there on that part of play. George, he was in front of the net there with the puck. He really took his time and wasn't able to put it away, but giveaways have been the story. You cannot throw that puck up the middle there unless you're sure. The pass has got to be short and crisp.
That was touched by Hussey. About an offside whistle.
As I said, George, you see a lot of that in this game, and I mean, give the Impact credit for coming out a lot harder here in this second period. There's definitely a marked difference in their play, but you still have to have the support on the puck there to be able to make sure those passes are short and not just throwing the puck up the middle. All too often the opposition is going to get it, and not only get it, but get it in a good position to go on the offense.
It's past the halfway mark in this one now, 9:45 to go in the second. Yeah, definitely a better period by the Impact, but unable to cut into that lead. Growlers scored 3 in the first. Locke will turn it back.
We're going to get another penalty here. This one's going to be to the Growlers by the looks of it, George. We got, looks like Daniel Kearley's going to get the gate. And that's, again, just a product of good hard work there along the boards. And didn't look like an obvious call to me either, George, to be quite honest with you. But nonetheless, the referee is the one that's...
two for boarding.
2 for boarding, and now the Impact with a big chance here to get back in this game.
Mulrooney, pass into the corner. Sims on it. Cycles it back down low. Pinsent. And back to the point. Kellaway with a shot, hoping for a deflection. It comes to the side of the goal. In behind, Growlers have it. Tried to clear to hit teammate. Couldn't get it out. Pardy's got it in the corner. Dahl was on him. Get it to Pinsent. Set up down in the corner. Have a little look around. Comes this side to Sims. Sims back to Mulrooney. Mulrooney, wrist shot, kicked away by the defenseman for the Growlers. Mulrooney's got it again. Got to be careful here, messing around with that puck out at the blue line. They do manage to get it in deep. Mulrooney couldn't hold it in as the puck was chipped out by Sexton. Kellaway back to get it. 1 minute to go in the power play. There's Kellaway. Gains the zone, takes it down in deep. Lambert. Kosh and Green back at the points. Shot by Kosh, but nobody in front at all, and an easy save for Ryan.
Yeah, Clay Ryan is going to stop that one every time, and you can see good rebound control too on his part, and they'll hold for a face-off. 45 seconds still left to go in this power play, George. Some good puck pressure in the offensive zone, but still a goose egg on the board for the Impact.
And that's cleared out. Ward's going to have to try and get back. Wright got a stick on it first. Played it in behind the Impact goal. Help kill some time. 25 seconds to go in the power play. Joey Green drops it back at the point. Canning lost the handle, kept in by Ward, down to Canning. Back to War. And to Canning, shot from a sharp angle, that was blocked. Sliding out the block, that was Jack Chafe. War the other side. Green with a snapshot, that goes wide. That'll do it, penalty's over. Tucker will bring it in. Tried to feed it in front for Wright. It comes to Hedges, and he will hold on.
Yeah, once again, the Impact unable to capitalize on the power play there. And you could see on the power play, George, the second half of the power play was Luke Kosh in front of the net. It was Grayson Pardy on the first part of the power play, doing great work there in front of the net, disrupting the goaltender and stirring things up. But unfortunately, the Impact were unable to get many pucks in there to take advantage of that good front network.
Lots of possession, but really no quality scoring chances. That goes out of play. 7:15 to go here in the second. Still 3-0 for the Growlers. They scored 3 in the first.
Still lots of time left in this game, George, as you know, and I think if the Impact can get one on the board here, it would definitely boost their confidence, and we'd have a different hockey game.
Be kept in by the Growlers. That went off a stick over the top of the goal. Players piling along the boards down in the corner. Mulrooney comes away with it. Here's Tyrell Mulrooney. Shoot it in. Tyrell from Glovertown, but attending school at Exploits Valley High the last couple of years. Tried to throw a check on Kennedy. Kennedy was able to get out of the way of most of that hit. Hodder. Mason Dahm. Send it back in deep. Growlers on a first get in front, they score! Avery!
Once again, Johnny on the spot there in the slot area. Good hard work by Avery getting in. Good position there. And, George, I hate to be harping on it, but once again, it wasn't the feet moving for the Impact there. Letting the player there walk into the slot and not putting a stick on him or a body. And unfortunately, there was very little that Adam Hedges could do on that one, as it was snapped home in a hurry, and a great pass there from behind the net. 4-0.
And we talked about if the Impact could get one more and get back in it, instead it goes the other way, and now it's a very big hole. Kellaway off a stick. Trying to get to it with Sims. Growlers play it out. Good play that time by Finley Dobbin, the defenseman for the Growlers. Puck goes into the Impact bench. Face-off will be just outside the blue line. Well, they're going to move it back down outside the Impact blue line.
Yeah, we'll have to see now how the Impact play for the rest of this period. It has been a good period for them overall, and an even period, but that was a goal that can easily take the wind out of their sails.
Green will go the other side. Up through the middle, trying to get it to Pinson. He's got to circle back inside his blue line. Hughes to Pinson. Does a nice job to accept that pass. Again, against 4 Growlers players as he crossed the blue line. Green sends it down in deep. Ryan does a good job to stop it up back there. Sims in on the forecheck. Out it comes. O'Brien went down. Nice job by Skinner to kick it ahead. Party can't move against Dobbin. Dobbin, good work there to take it away or protect it against 2 Impact players. Lambert with a shot. That was knocked down. Number of shots blocked by the Growlers defense as well in this game when the Impact have had some chances. That'll be icing against the Growlers.
Yeah, for sure, George. You can talk all we want about the Impact and the first period, particularly what we thought was a lack of effort and a big improvement in the second period, but you got to give credit to the Growlers here. They're playing a good hockey game, and they're very solid in their positioning, particularly in their own end. And as you mentioned, there have been several shots that haven't made it to goalie Ryan because of the good play of the Growlers forwards and D with some shot blocks, and it's a tough part of the game, George. Not something that anybody really loves to do, but it is a skill that's, I think, underrated when it comes to the importance.
There's another one blocked by O'Brien up high. Green tried to get it towards the goal. Back at the point, War with a shot, another one blocked. Just as we talk about it, Skinner got O'Brien with him. Corbett's the trailer, tried to give it to O'Brien. That was broken up. Canning does a good job to angle O'Brien off the puck. Corbett off the boards. He'll try and go in forecheck. Takes his man to the boards, but Growlers come up with it. Let's get rid of it at center. Corbett comes up with it. He's got to wait for a teammate to get onside, then shoots it in. Green reverses it to the boards. Party steps around Kennedy. Nice move. Gets it ahead. Lambert trying to get to it. Russell will pick it up in the corner. Back behind the goal, Lambert hopped over his stick. Kennedy trying to get away. Lambert hounding him. Russell poke checked by Devereaux. Here comes Kennedy. Kennedy's hauled down. That's going to be a penalty against the Impact. That's a no-doubter.
Yeah, it'll be Lincoln Canning on this one, George, as he tripped the player who was on his way to the net for what could have been a good scoring opportunity. So we see the Impact once again will be shorthanded here late in this second period now, already down 4-0. And having to face another one of these Growlers power play. And boy, they're sharp on the power play, George. It's a tough team to take penalties against.
Yeah, 3:40 to go here in the second. Face-off win by the Impact. Mulrooney really hustling after that shorthanded. Down 4-0. You got to try and make something happen when you can. You see any kind of opportunity. Now the Growlers settle it. Devereaux can't shoot it. Top of the circle, he will shoot it. Kicked away by Hedges. And once again, sent down the ice by the Impact. Minute 20 to go in the power play. Dobbin, watched by Party. They come here to the near side for Boland. Hits Knight, who's coming through the middle with some speed. Threw it out in front. Devereaux with a shot. Hedges got the left arm on that, and it goes up and out of play.
Yeah, good speed there by Andy Knight, taking the puck into the offensive zone and setting up Devereaux for a chance to get his second of the evening. Hedges able to get a piece of that and put it up over the glass, so we'll have a face-off back down in the Impact zone. Fresh skaters on for both teams. Just a minute and 7 left in the penalty.
Growlers actually won the face-off, but Lambert stole it and got it down the ice. Daw turning. Mason Daw, the captain, gets it ahead to Skinner. Gets it in over the blue line. Drops it back for Daw. Looking for a deflection. It went off a stick to the far boards. Hodder down in the corner for Wright. Or took it away from him. Bounced right out in front. That hit I think maybe the post and the crossbar. Daw over the other side. What a chance. Hodder threw it across. Skinner.
War looks like he's hurt out there, George.
Oh, yeah, he is. He's laboring. That's tipped. And Hedges with another save. Hedges has got this and holds on, and Moore's going to head to the bench, and he is bent over.
Yeah, not sure what happened to him on that one. Looks like he's favoring his arm there, his right arm. Yeah. Certainly in some pain as he goes to the bench, George. A bullet dodge that time by the Impact as
I thought I heard two dings.
Well, it definitely hit the post. I could see that. I'm not sure if it went up off the crossbar before it came out, but I thought it was behind Hedges and in the net, and maybe that'll be a spark for the Impact here to get one late in the second.
They're looking for something, folks. Oh, what a move by Kennedy to keep that onside. Threw it right in front. Hedges sweeps it away. Penalties over, 5-on-5. Lincoln Canning came out of the penalty box and got it down behind the goal. Gets it to Pinkson. That one behind the goal. Impact are on it. Right out in front. Can't get a shot away. It's still inside. Now it's brought out. Devereaux. Devereaux with a nice little move. Strickland. Strickland winding up. He's got a bit of room to go. Take it in deep. Knocked off the puck down there. Sims in to help it. A minute to go here in the second. Threw it out in front. Kennedy was there. Kennedy clears it down the ice. Mulrooney back to get it. Tucker was watching him. Goes to the boards. Chafe on it. He'll clear it out. Strickland back to get it. To Green. Long pass, knocked down by Daw. He was looking for Sims. 25 seconds to go here in the period. Parity on it. Sends it back in behind the Growlers goal. It'll come into the near corner. Seem to be just playing out the string right now. 10 seconds to go in the period. Puck along the boards. Players in there digging for it. Referee telling them to move it. I think they're not going to move it. The buzzer goes. Second period comes to an end. Very better period for the Impact, but they find themselves down by 4 instead of 3.
Yeah, definitely a better period, better effort, George. And, the Impact here unable to beat Clay Ryan after 2 periods. And last weekend, of course, it was the Impact struggling to score as well. Just 1 goal in 2 games. But you would argue, I think, tonight that they've definitely had the best chances offensively in this game as they've had in any game in the series. They just haven't been able to put it behind Ryan between some good saves and obviously some bad bounces, and just not able to find the back of the net.
Yeah, the finish isn't there. 8 periods of play in this final series. They've got 1 goal to show for it. That's not going to get it done.
No, well, we can break out all the cliches now, I guess, coming into the third.
And say the most obvious things.
Yeah, well, let's see what they come out with. I hope they come out with the same effort. And, again, for the Growlers, they've played a solid game, and it could easily be 6 or 7-0 if it weren't for Hedges making a couple of nice saves. And, obviously, the post had helped out there late in the second period.
Your goalie's best friend. Another cliche.
Right. There's many.
Ticking all the boxes. All right. 2 periods done. Shots on goal, 25-15, favoring the Growlers. They lead this game by a score of 4-0, looking to take a stranglehold on the series. If they can hang on the third period to win this one, they'll go up 3-0. It'll be a must-win for the Impact tomorrow night. All right, short break, then we'll be back with period number 3 of this game between the Pinnacle Growlers and the Traction Central Impact in the Newfoundland and Labrador Under-18 Major Hockey League. slight delay starting this third period. A little trouble with the Olympia. As it kind of gave up the ghost partway while resurfacing the ice, and had to do quick repairs on it and come back out and finish the job. So very well, we've got a minute. A special event happening. Special event, pardon that one. Happening here in Grand Falls, Windsor this weekend. You wanted to talk about a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's the Newfoundland and Labrador Special Olympics Winter Games, George, and we had the opening ceremonies here at the Joe Byrne last night. There's 350 athletes taking part from all over Newfoundland and Labrador. I think the youngest athlete is 11 and the oldest is 77.
Wow.
So quite a broad representation there, but you know, we hosted the Special Olympics back in 2019 as well. The Winter Games went over really well, and again today now all the events started, and you got curling and bowling, cross-country skiing, floor hockey, and snowshoeing, I believe, are the events. And you talk about, you know, athletes and being excited and being sportsmanlike and giving it their best. I mean, Special Olympics is always a shining example of those things, and there's a lot could be learned from Special Olympics if you're ever to take in some of those competitions. And obviously we are very happy that they're here in Grand Falls, Windsor this weekend, and look forward to a successful event. There'll be some awards passed out now throughout the weekend, and you know, we have a good, strong club here in Grand Falls, Windsor, the Exploits Hurricanes.
Absolutely.
I think there's 67 members in the regional team, and some success. As you know, George, our curling team last year, Tony Kritzis and company, they won the national gold medal. And Melvin Hannums, who I know you know, picked up golf a few years ago, and now he's going to Germany for the World Championship Special Olympic golf.
Yeah, he dropped the puck ceremonial face-off during the Impact Blizzard series a couple of weeks ago, and I know Melvin is very excited about going off to play some golf. I thought maybe Robert could give him some tips, you know, but
I would think the other way around.
Probably.
Melvin hits a good ball. I mean, I know he's been practicing a lot when he gets the opportunity the last couple of years. Of course, Melvin's an all-round athlete. He's been a snowshoer and also into the bowling for quite a while. So, you know, just got to say what a great turnout of volunteers that come out for the Special Olympics. There's well over 100, if not 200 volunteers are taking part this weekend to make sure everything runs smoothly. Special Olympics are just that. There's nothing more special in my mind, and I enjoy it, and we're certainly happy that we're having it here in Grand Falls, Windsor this weekend.
Yeah, I was filling in for the phys ed teacher at Exploits Valley Intermediate today, and that's where the floor hockey competition was taking place. So I got a chance to watch a little bit of it and, you know, take in the atmosphere. And I'll go ahead and give a shout out to Rogers TV, who are covering a lot of the events. They were there in the gym at Exploits Valley Intermediate today, and people could watch the floor hockey games. Everybody had a great time from what I could see, popping in every now and then. All right, here it's 4-0 for the Growlers over the Impact. 20 minutes left. See if the Impact can get themselves back into this. And they've got another delay on the other side. Growlers players were banging their sticks on the boards to get their team fired up, and somebody dropped one. The only mistake they've made tonight, I think. Kellaway right off the hop, got a good chance, and again, Ryan with the save.
Really good chance there. Kellaway coming in on the right side there and let a good hard snapshot go. I think he's trying to beat Ryan 5-hole there, but Ryan was having nothing of it. We'll have a face-off now to his left.
Yeah, in case anybody wasn't with us at the beginning, Robert Golding not available this weekend. His son is playing hockey out of town, unfortunately, but glad to have the coach, Barry Manuel, back with us. We get the original audio cast team back. We were talking about it before we started. Barry, 2010, we started with the Cataracts, doing an audio cast on the internet, and there we are some 13 years later.
Yes,
Doing
hard
the
to
Impact.
believe. It's 13 years gone by, George, and shout out to you and all the work that you've done since that time. And I know you've had quite the number of life experiences, we'll say.
It's been an amazing 13 years. I didn't see life heading in that direction. All started, we talked about a cup of tea over at Bernie's, which is a club since closed down here in Grand Falls, Windsor, one Sunday afternoon. And you said, would you be interested in doing the play-by-play on the audio cast? I don't know. Not sure I want to be traveling all the time, and blah, blah, blah. And of course, 10 years later, I hadn't missed a game.
No, exactly. And you do a great job, George. I know everybody appreciates the opportunity to be able to tune in. And not only you do the hockey, but I know you've been involved in other sports as well and other activities. You seem to be the go-to person, and rightly so, and it's good for you to take the time that you do to be able to do this and provide people opportunity to watch these games when they're unable to be here in person.
It's certainly been a lot of fun. Here we go, 2-on-1. Lambert with Locke. Lambert to Locke, just a little bit out of his reach.
A little bit too much on that pass, I think, George.
Already got the stick up into Knight's midsection. May have gotten away with one. Devereaux shoots it in. Yeah, since we started that audio cast with the Cataracts, 5 herder championships. And had a chance to call 4 or 5 other herders that the Cataracts were not involved in or didn't win. 4 Allen Cups. It's been a good run.
Yeah,
and of course,
absolutely.
all the ball hockey and some soccer and baseball and some volleyball and basketball thrown in. So
Yes, sir. You certainly have had your fill. And you see Lambert there again going in there. We talked when we were off the air, George. He has probably been the best impact player, in my opinion,
there's
tonight.
a chance for Green, but area shot from the point, an easy save that time for Ryan.
No problem, George. And Lambert has worked very hard, and he's leading by example there. He just had an opportunity 2-on-1 and tried to set up his buddy Locke there, but the pass was a little bit too hard and just out in front of Locke. But Lambert playing a very strong game and someone who seems to bring it each and every game from a hard work perspective.
Green trying to hold it in. Party comes back to help out, chips it down into the corner. The 2 number 10s go in there. Kellaway tried to hit him. Green kept it in momentarily, then it came out. You gotta be careful. Wright almost got away. That's Kellaway. They'll pick it up back in his own end, up at the blue line. Finds Sims. Sims shot off the leg of Hodder to the boards. And another block. We talked about it in the second period. A great job the Growlers have done in terms of getting in front of shots. Helping out their goaltender. Green back to get it. Right on him. Right looking for it. Sims off the boards, and good job there by Chafe to hold the line. Now the Impact will get it and clear it out. High off the boards. Canning comes up with it. Michael Canning, backhand, hits the outside of the net. Really no room there at all. It sits on the mesh, and that faceoff will come outside the blue line.
Yeah, Canning just able to sneak behind the defense there and get a backhander away. Wasn't much room there and hit the mesh on the side of the net, not where he wanted to. But George, you talk about the block shots, and we don't know how many the Growlers have blocked in this game or throughout the series, but there's been a lot, and it's really a skill, these days to be able to get in the lanes and time it properly and put your body on the line, and it's a statistic that could make the difference in a hockey game.
Corbett skated it out. We're trying to get it up to O'Brien. Knocked away from him. Dobbin back to Chafe. Corbett racing after it. Pinson got back there first, turned it over to Corbett, came out in front. Back at the point. Dobbin. And Hedges has got that in the trapper and holds on.
Yeah, Dobbin with a little wrist shot there from the point, deflected, and nobody able to get in front of Hedges, and he just caught that one easily in his trapper. And, you know, it's no different at pretty much any level of hockey. Once you get to the AAA level and all the way up to the NHL, George, those point shots just getting snapped in there, wristed in there, directed towards the net are dangerous.
Devereaux, that one was blocked by Lucas Canning. Mulrooney gave it away to Corbett. Corbett with a shot. That one off the hand, I think, of Strickland, and he's shaking his right hand. He's in some discomfort in front of his goaltender. That's knocked down. Zach Russell just gets it out. See the Growlers beginning to come on a little bit here in this third period. As most of the play is down to our right in the last few shifts. In behind the goal. Mulrooney pushes his man to the boards. Russell, he can't move it. Now he'll play it over into the far corner. Strickland will get to it first, chip it out. I think he wanted to get to the bench. Turn back now, he'll go to the bench. Mulrooney has it. Off the boards for Pardy. Pardy, backhand, another save by Ryan.
Yeah, nice individual effort there by Grayson Pardy as he picked up the speed in over the line and was able to get a clean backhand away. And again, Ryan is there and able to control that rebound. Face off once again now deep in the Growler zone. George, 14:25 left to go. Still 4-0.
Paul Hughes out at center. Gives it to Vardy. To Locke. Locke pushed down by Avery. And it'll come out. Vardy has it. Tried to dump it in. Fanned on it. They move it ahead. Here's Knight trying to make the pass across. Locke gets back to break it up. There's Pardy again. The outside, long shot. Blocker save made by Ryan. There's Avery. Gains the blue line, flips it in front. Comes through the near boards. Swung around to the far side. Knight waiting for it over there. That one off a stick, bounces around towards the front of the goal, then back to the blue line. Knight, the other side. Chafe. Oh, just put it down low again. Tick, tick, tick goes the clock. Avery intercepts that at center. Shoots it in over the top of the goal. Chafe able to hold it in. Backhanded out. Kennedy has it. Moore. Kellaway chips it off the boards, down the ice. Won't be enough for icing. Chafe will go back to get it. Impact will change. If you've got a 4-0 lead, this is the way you want to play the third period. Not a whole lot of anything happening. A couple of little flurries here and there, but for the most part, it's been like this. Back and forth at center.
Yeah, I think the Growlers will be quite content, George, to continue this kind of play for the remainder of the third.
Well, absolutely. Devereaux. Brought in offside. If Growlers touched it, they'll go out, tag up. Kennedy's got it. Kennedy! Fan on the first attempt. Hedges sprawled and made the save on the second. Quick tag up by the Growlers on that delayed offside. Kennedy a great scoring chance. That shot in on Hedges. He makes the save and the Impact get it out to center. Slap back in. Devereaux around the boards. Pardy waiting for it. Pardy had it bounce off his stick. Taken away by Hodder. And here come the Growlers again. They'll chip it out. Hussey working against Strickland. Hussey came up with it, fed it to the side of the goal. Now Strickland has it for the Impact. Just gets rid of it again. It's pretty much all we're seeing from the Impact, Barry, is when they get it, dump it out.
Yeah, there's no cohesiveness there really with the lines in this game. I've seen these lines be very cohesive in other games, and we're just not seeing that level of skating and smoothness from them tonight.
That pass back to the point eludes everybody, and Dahl will go back to retrieve it. Nice play to chip it in. Verdi. Block chips it out. Hodder has it. To Sexton. Verdi. Pass too far for Locke. Hodder. Again, just chip it in. Chip it in, change it up, fresh legs. Lambert stopped at the blue line. Now Lambert steals it. Lambert with a shot glove save made by Ryan.
Once again, some good work by Lambert, able to get a shot away and pick the pocket of the Growlers player. George, if there's one statistic that Coach Casey would like to see improvement on this game, outside of the obvious goal scoring, it would be giveaways. And we saw another bad giveaway low in the impact zone, and Hedges was forced to make another big save.
A penalty coming up.
We're going to get a hooking
to
call.
The Growlers, I believe.
It'll be the Growlers going. It looks like Brady War, or sorry,
Oh.
the
Other
other number
team.
4, Jack Chafe. So Jack Chafe is getting the gate there, hooking off the face-off on Grayson Party, who was trying to get away to get a scoring chance. So the Impact will have another chance here on the power play. Obviously unsuccessful thus far in this game. We'll see what they can do this time.
10:01 left to go in the third period. Kellaway. Down low. Trying to get it out in front for Party. Comes back to Green. Green will shoot it. That's tipped. Ryan kept it out. It's still loose. Growlers get to it. That may have been the best chance for the Impact.
Yeah, puck just sitting there, George. Unfortunately, no one able to get a stick on it for the Impact.
Yeah, that first deflection, good save made by Ryan. There was one in the first period, again, that blocker save, which was huge. And the score was just 2-0. And then that one there was pretty good as well. Party. Pinson getting in. Got it behind the goal. Cycles it in behind the net. Sims. Pinson. Back to Kellaway. Over to Green. Green will shoot it. It's deflected. Stopped in front. Goaltender's lost his stick, but the Growlers have the puck. They'll take their time and send it down the ice. A minute to go in the power play. Growlers get there first. Finally, the Impact come up with it. Sims working against Kearley. Goes over the other side. Green shoots it into the corner off a stick. Lambert was looking for it. Hodder's got it. Swings it around the boards. Green gets over there and holds it in and gave it away. Just wide of the goal. Hedges plays it into the corner. 25 seconds to go in the power play. Canning leaves it for Green. Green pass for Lambert. Lambert gains his own. Stops along the half wall. Has a little look around. Next to come back to Tyrell Mulrooney. Mulrooney with a wrist shot. And again, Ryan could see that all the way. Doesn't give up a rebound.
Yeah, a bit of traffic there in front, but a good shot by Mulrooney. And again, you see Clay Ryan there. One thing that's impressive is his ability to stay square to the puck. You know, he gets in there, makes himself big, and very few rebounds have you seen Clay Ryan give up in this game. The ones that have been given up are ones that he probably didn't see coming in the first place.
I thought early in the first period he gave up a couple that he probably wasn't happy about, but boy, he has really settled down since then. I should say the rebound control has been excellent. Puck battle won by the Growlers. Here they come. Chafe coming out of the penalty box. Lost his balance as he got in front of the goal. saying that hit somebody over at the Growlers bench.
Yeah, I think it deflected off a player there before it went all the way down the ice. 7:40 left to go. It's not miracle time yet, but getting pretty close, George.
Ooh.
And up to this point, the Impact, I think, looking at the fact that there's another game tomorrow night and the series isn't over yet, it'd be nice to win this last 7 minutes, if nothing else, and get some momentum for tomorrow.
Puck goes in behind the Impact goal. Mulrooney in there first. Knight was on him right away. And again, the Growlers win that battle along the boards. Now it's played out. Kosh. Avery got in his way. Devereaux to center. In it goes. Down in the corner. Mulrooney. Knight had him tied up down there. Verdi gave it away. Into the slot. Pinkson. Hard off the glass. Hodder to Devereaux. Devereaux got knocked down by Kosh. I tell you, the Growlers are just kind of lulling them to sleep right now.
Yeah, just playing good, solid positional hockey there, George. And
That's kicked towards the goal and kicked out by Hedges. Boland. Back behind the goal. Hodder gave it away. Shot, another shot. 2 saves made by Ryan. And now Avery going the other way. Avery shoots. Saved by Hedges. It may have clipped him in the mask. No, penalty coming up to the Growlers once again. The defenseman was tripped up. It was locked. Impact get the extra skater on there. Here's Pardy. Pardy breaking in 1-on-3. Boy, Impact tried to get the extra skater on, but they only had one guy in deep, and they still had 4 guys coming off the bench. Never did really get any advantage.
no, you see Hedges came to the bench right away as soon as he recognized a penalty coming to the Growlers, and some confusion at the bench area there. But prior to that, George, I wasn't sure if it was Pinsent or Pardy, but they were the recipient of a very bad giveaway low, and Ryan makes 2 more real good saves, showing his quickness down low and keeping this a 4-0 hockey game. And we see a timeout called now by the Impact as they look at.
Well, you look up on the board, you're down by 4. You've got a 4-minute penalty. It's 4 minutes for contact to the head with 6 minutes left, 5:58. So it's now or never. So call your timeout, try and make the most of this power play. So you can get yourselves back in this one.
Well, I think you have to score, obviously, on this. And if they could get a goal, I think you'll see Coach Casey pulling the goalie, George, probably earlier than what you may see with most. And who knows, a couple quick goals, and you could be right back in this thing. However, it's a tall task. Not only are the Growlers playing great on the penalty kill tonight, but Clay Ryan has done everything that he's needed to do to.
The few times that the Impact have broken through and had some good scoring chances, Ryan has been there to bail them out.
Yeah, he's made several really good saves tonight, and obviously, as you said earlier, a save can make a difference in a big way, and I think he's made a few of those that turned out to the Growlers' favor.
First thing is win the faceoff. They do that. Mulrooney just keeps it onside. Down low. Pinsent. Back to Mulrooney. You go the other side. Feed it in front. It's cleared away. Mulrooney, great job to hold it in. Now it comes out.
Another big save by Ryan there.
Oh, yeah.
That time with the skate.
Around the boards. And again, touch somebody at the Growlers bench.
Yeah, good chance once again there, and a nice pass across on the power play, and was able to get a shot away, but Ryan was there with the skate save and no one there for the Impact on the rebound. So we got 3:29 left to go now in the double minor, and the Impact will have the face-off just in front of the Growlers bench and outside the Growlers line.
Well, we're going to have a chat. All the officials are going to gather just inside the face-off circle.
I think it's just a matter of where the face-off should be that they're discussing.
Yep, going to be right there just outside the Growlers' blue line. Right in front for Purdy, and another save made by Ryan. Got the right leg down. Great setup, great chance for Grayson Purdy.
Beautiful play there by Callaway. Put it right on Purdy's stick, but once again, Ryan is there to make the pad save.
All right, Canning, see what he can do. Take it down into the corner. Callaway, back to Canning. Lambert's out in front. They'll come back at the point for Green. Green shoots it. Rebound is there. Growlers get a stick on it first. Can't get it out. Now they get it again. This time it'll come out. Sims knocked it down. Almost too many men that time for the impact. And Trevor Budgell is not happy with the non-call. The coach of the Growlers, that bounces around, put just wide.
Yeah, I think the impact got away with one that time, and Trevor Budgell is...
The net is empty down the... Ooh, came right across the crease. There's Callaway. Callaway to the side of the goal. Ryan's got that held underneath his blocker.
I was going to say, George, Coach Budgell, and he's still talking to the official there, and I think his problem is that, as you know, earlier in the game there was a too many men call against the Growlers. Very similar situation where the two players were next to the gate, and it was called, and this one wasn't called, so I don't blame him for pointing that out to the officials.
The referee went over and he had a smile after. He was upset for a few seconds.
Well, he still has a 4-0 lead, so.
Yeah, pretty even-tempered guy, Trev Budgell. Mentioned from Bishop's Falls. Another shot. That one goes wide. Green just able to hold it in. Again, the impact net is empty. Here's Green, doesn't shoot it. And for Sims lost his balance. Devereaux looking for it. Pinson's got it. Another chance and another save. Sims got that one away from the face-off circle.
Yeah, nice play that time by Pinson, and out to Sims, who got a good shot away, and I know I sound like a broken record by now, but Clay Ryan once again square to the puck, good save, able to control that rebound, and he's been perfect so far with 3:27 left to go in the third period,
Yes.
a minute 29 in the power play.
Shots on goal, pretty even actually, 32-28. They don't tell the story of the game. Green with a shot, that one off of Callaway, sticking behind the goal. Right out in front, comes back to Mulrooney. Tipped, backhand, sitting there, and there to clean it up was Andy Knight. Puts it just wide. No icing, of course, as the Growlers are shorthanded. 1 minute to go in that double minor for head contact. Here's Sims. Just slides it in behind the goal. Callaway comes up with the loose puck. Back at the point for Mulrooney. His shot went off a couple of skates, didn't get through to the goaltender. Growlers didn't clear it the first chance. Now they do. Kearley gets it down to the blue line. 35 seconds to go in the man advantage. Green to the blue line, shot over the top of the goal. Lambert to Canning to Locke. To Canning over the other side. Shot by Barty. Again knocked down, this one down the ice, and this will do it. Into the empty net it goes with 2:05 to go. To go down as a shorthanded goal. 7 seconds left to go in the Growlers penalty.
Yeah, that'll do it for sure, George, in this one. And again, the impact with some good chances down low. That puck just does not want to go in behind Ryan, and Ryan has a lot to do with that, of course, but I thought for sure the puck was kicking around there, and Ryan seemed to be out of position a couple times, and it still didn't find the back of the net. The Growlers pick up an empty net goal here and make it a 5-0 game.
So they will take a 3-0 lead in this best-of-7 series into the game tomorrow night. Game time tomorrow night, by the way, 7 p.m., an hour earlier than tonight's game. We'll be here with our webcast of tomorrow night's game as well to see if the Impact can extend it to a 5th game Sunday morning or whether this thing will end tomorrow night. So they say, stay tuned. Minute 30 to go. And we talked about lack of scoring. You know, Ryan has played well, but still now we've 3 games, 14-1 in favor of the Growlers over the first 3 games. This one with a minute to go, 14-1 now. Here's another chance shot, save made, Hedges. A dominating performance so far by the Pinnacle Growlers in this best-of-7 championship.
Yeah, definitely a good performance by a good hockey team. And you know a good hockey team, George, when you see how many mistakes they make, and they certainly limit the amount of mistakes. And that proves large when it comes to a season and a series. And certainly in this game we're seeing it again.
Dog goes back to get it as we're under 30 seconds to go in this one now. Lambert, there was a mistake. Strickland couldn't get a stick on it. Ten seconds to go. As the Growlers bench begins to celebrate, buzzer goes. Final score 5-0 in favor of the Pinnacle Growlers, and they do indeed take a 3-0 series lead. I guess we can break out the cliche now, do or die for the Impact tomorrow.
Chip away, one game at a time.
Yeah, there you go. One game at a time, one shift at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we said
What
it
a-
tonight. The better team had won tonight. The Impact, had they found a net earlier, I think, George, and got some momentum there, it may have been a different hockey game, but they just couldn't find the back of the net. You could tell they were dejected. Obviously, they're playing without Wall, which makes a big difference on the back end particularly, and some guys who are logging more ice time than they normally do. I don't think that helped things, but hey, that happens in hockey. You're not going to have your full roster all the time, and in this case, Wall is done for the season, and a big loss for the Impact, and they're going to have another chance tomorrow morning to
Or
win.
tomorrow evening.
Tomorrow evening. I'm getting ahead of myself. So tomorrow evening we'll see if they can keep themselves in the series and take it to the 5th game.
Well, it seemed like they just couldn't get out of first gear in that first period. You know, we talked about, you know, maybe a lack of effort, which you hate to hang on any team, but they didn't seem to come out with a lot of jump in that first period and fell behind 3-0, and really, they were really never in it, let's be honest, after that point.
Definitely not, George. The first period particularly, and I give them credit, in the second period they definitely came out
They
with a
played
lot
better,
more
yep.
energy, and you could see it. They were putting more pressure on the puck and creating more chances and throwing the body around a little bit more. But that first period, for a team that's down 2-0 in the finals, certainly not what you want to see from your team. It happens sometimes, you know. It's just something you see in sport, not only in hockey. And they came out after, and unfortunately they weren't able to solve goaltender Ryan. And again, the good hockey team there, the Growlers, they play good positional hockey, and they capitalize on their chances, and they know how to play with a lead.
Yeah, and you know, give Ryan a lot of credit. Certainly the way the Impact played, they could have easily had 2 or 3 goals. You know,
Easily.
and made it a game. And so when they did break through, Ryan was there, and other than that, the Growlers controlled a lot of it. As they say, 14-1 after 3 games. Impact have got to find the back of the net somehow.
Yeah.
I'm a firm grasp of the obvious here, I know, but you play 3 games in a championship, you score 1 goal. You're getting dominated at this point. You
Yeah.
got to find some way to turn around before tomorrow.
Well, let's hope they come out tomorrow night with a strong effort, number one. I think
Yeah.
that's all you can ask for as a coach or a fan, as a player.
Absolutely.
And I think if they can do that, and get a bounce here or there their way, because they didn't get any bounces tonight either. Not that the Growlers got many bounces. They made good on their chances, but there was a lot of play around the net there that the puck just didn't find the back of the net for whatever reason, just out of reach, or just flicked off a stick or a skate or something. So all you can do is ask for a good effort, and I think Coach Casey will demand that tomorrow night, and I'm sure the team will come out with that effort.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for us tonight. Again, we'll be back on the air 7 o'clock tomorrow evening with game number 4. See if it ends tomorrow or if we get extended to game 5 on Sunday. On behalf of the coach, Barry Manuel, and down below us, our cameraman, Steve Noseworthy. My name is George Scott, folks. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow night. Good night, everyone.
Good night.